Hello everyone, welcome to another lecture, and this lecture is on the topic classical conditioning theory of learning. My name is Radhika Sahu, assistant professor at State University Bhopal, Psychology Department, School of Arts, Humanities and Social Sciences. Classical conditioning. Classical conditioning is a theory which follows the school of thought of behaviorism, which is suggested by John B. Watson. As we have discussed in the previous lecture, John B. Watson was the first one who studied about learning, and he was the one who introduced the school of thought of behaviorism. So on that theory, Russian physiologist Ivan Pavlov suggested a theory of classical conditioning. So classical conditioning, it is a type of theory which follows a behavioral concept, and it is a type of unconscious and automatic learning. This learning creates a conditioned response through association between an unconditioned stimulus and a neutral stimulus. Now let's learn what is conditioned stimulus, what is unconditioned stimulus and response. Unconditional stimulus is an unconditional stimulus is a stimulus or trigger that leads to an automatic response. For example, cold breeze makes you shiver. Okay, so here it is provoking an unconditioned response, and the cold breeze would be the unconditioned stimulus. Now, conditioned stimulus is a stimulus that was once neutral, didn't had a trigger response, but now leads to a response. That is, for example, अगर आप सड़क पे चल रहे हैं, you are ignoring the street dogs, ठीक है? But when you are ignoring the street dogs, एक दिन अचानक आपको आके एक dog काट लेता है. From that point of view, you are now conditioned that dogs can bite, and you will be aware of it. So your conditioned stimulus will be the dog. Okay, whenever you walk through streets. Unconditioned response is an automatic response that occurs without a thought when an unconditioned stimulus is present. For example, if you enter your house and you don't know whatever your mom has cooked for you, and you see that she's making your favorite food, the smell, you can recognize the smell, and you start salivating, your mouth starts watering, because you know that this smell is of your favorite food. So unconditioned response would be immediately smelling the food and your mouth starts watering. Conditioned response is learned response that is created when there no response existed before. Okay, so for example, going back to example of a dog biting you, now causing you feel of fear. Now this feel of fear you have started experiencing is a conditioned response. So a very famous theory by Ivan Pavlov is on classical conditioning is dog experiment, where we will discuss this in the next lecture, the whole experiment of dog and how he introduced unconditioned response, conditioned response, conditioned stimulus, unconditional stimulus. Okay, I hope these concepts are clear. Now we'll learn the experiment in the next lecture. Thank you.